Yes, read my lips. Vic Hitler.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the first podcast that we are doing today. My name is Balraj Guru. I'm here with this gentleman here that
Eating biscuits at the moment,
eating biscuits alone, and that's fine. But we will get into the nitty and gritty stuff.
as long as I can have my biscuits.
That's fine. You're a guest in my accommodation currently.
And if I want some more, can I ask for more?
You certainly can. You certainly can. But what we want to focus on is today is the 28th of September 2024. It's currently almost 1 p.m. and it's a Saturday.
And what a nice day we're having.
The football is on. Man City are currently playing Newcastle. We don't know what the score is.
Well, I'm sure they'll do well.
What I want to ask you is, we were talking about 1990,
Yeah,
and you were with my cousin Sartaj
yeah, that's right.
in Oakbourne Park, I believe it is.
Yeah, you got that right.
And you were
Your sources they tell you good information. Yes, you're right so far.
you were talking about the Chris Eubank fight against Nigel Benn.
Yes, that's right. I believe that took place in 1990, and we watched it live.
Can you remember what month it was? Was it a summer?
I think it was November time. I'm pretty sure it was winter. It wasn't summer.
And what was it like hanging around with Sartek, considering he was a lot younger than you?
Well, considerably, you could say. About 11 years. And no, we had a great time. Watching the fight, having a few beers, having a chat.
How would you describe Sartek? Would you say he was quite an extroverted individual? Would you say he was easy to maintain a conversation?
Oh yeah, he's always had that talent. He's always been that way. And in 1990 it was no different.
So it must have been nice to spend time with your nephew, because I look at this, and this is for me personally, if I was to look at someone like Uday at 17, 18, he was a very timid, kind of shy, reserved kind of individual,
Yeah.
which is fine. I have no objection to that. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't have thought Sartaj would be the same. I mean, you used to be able to have a conversation with me when I was about that age, and it was conversational friend. What kind of things did you discuss?
Well, anything and everything. How about that? He's more like a friend rather than a nephew, if you acknowledge my drift.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, well, I didn't see him as a nephew. I saw him as more of a friend rather than a nephew. Or perhaps even a younger brother.
Has Sartaj done you proud?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and that's. Did you?
Yeah.
But you expected big things.
Well, we expected him to go far, but just how far we didn't know.
I understand he has quite a good knowledge on like financial institutions. Like, that's when he started as an investment banker and stuff like that. So.
The lad went to a private school, and daddy spent plenty of money on him. And and he got the just rewards.
Do you remember the argument I used to always make to you that the fact that these people went to private schools and give them a better advantage?
Yeah. You were right. Yeah, it is.
That's right. But then we do have somebody else by the name of Will Stone who has
Yeah.
defied all odds.
Oh,
Went to the same schools we went to.
He has defied all the critics, if you ask me, and done fantastic.
Would you say he has done better than Dr. Joan Tandy? He was another friend. He was a friend of mine, a very personal friend of mine. Who would you say, if you were either of their fathers, who would you say you were more proud of?
It's got to be Will Stone.
Oh, really? Even though Joan Tandy, he's...
No, I'm sorry. You asked me a question, I've answered it. So if you want to move on to the next one, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, we can move on.
I
Wait,
wish
it
him
goes,
both
it
luck.
goes without saying. It goes without saying. I can understand why you would say Will Stone. And just so you know, for the record, I'm very proud of both of them.
Yeah, sure.
I have no bad grudges against them. But they're a lot more successful than I am in life. But
But is it
fair play to them.
Is it all about money, success? Is that what it's all about?
That's a huge part of it, in my personal opinion.
It's like a race.
You've seen success.
Yeah, sure.
Who is the most successful person you have been able to speak with?
Well, if you're talking about financially, then it has to be the man who owns the New Look stores in all over Great Britain. And the man bought that for 750.
So he's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
And you got to have a drink with this guy.
I got to have a drink with him, just like me and you right now. Just chit-chatting away, asking him how he is. Just treat him like a normal human being. You know, I didn't let the wealth get in the way. I think that's the right way of going about it.
And that's funny. I remember you mentioning something, because his, we're talking about Somerset now. We've drifted over from Swindon at one point. Now we're in Somerset.
Somerset now.
We're in Somerset. Now in Somerset, that's very interesting, because your mate, and I'm talking about, is it, you know the Chivato I'm talking about, Adam's father.
Oh, him.
He's someone else. He is, I have memories of him from 2003. When I was 10 years old, I remember that guy.
Sharp as a razor. And he always was, even when he was a teenager. I got to know him when he was a teenager. And he was sharp then. And I think he's sharp now. Even though he's past the 60 mark. I think he's in his mid-60s now. But yeah, real sharp man.
And you had no problems with this guy?
No, none whatsoever.
Because he tried it on with us, when we were kids.
Yeah, but you were just children. And he probably didn't know who you were. He probably wasn't sure of who you were, because don't forget, there were so many people there.
Yeah, but you were obviously somebody.
Well, yeah, and he might have thought that.
I think we even mentioned it to you. This is on around the 20th of July, 2003. I think I mentioned it to you. I said, buddy, this guy is causing us problems. Because we were messing around with his son, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, because he was a pussy.
Yeah, well.
So we had to tell him he was a pussy.
Yeah.
And his father felt away about that. Weird reason.
He's an only child, you see, and he doesn't mix.
How is he doing now? Do you know how Adam is doing now?
Oh, he's married with children now, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's got married, but he doesn't want to go to Somerset for some reason. He prefers to live in London, and he hardly ever leaves
Central London, I assume.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he loves the way of life there, you know, and like so many people do. And he don't. Even my own nephew, he don't want to come back to Swindon to live, even though this is his place.
So out of everybody, and I'm talking mum's side, your side, all the my generation folk, and that stretches from Inderjeet to myself, but also you can put mum's side into it, so you can put Stephen all the way to Arjun. Out of everybody, who's impressed you the most? Who stands out? In your personal opinion.
Wow.
There's a lot to choose from.
Lot to choose.
Let me guess, you're going to choose a man. You're not going to choose a girl.
I think it would have to be S.S. Siddig.
I can understand that. That carries
He's got
weight.
a good personality. It's like
You'll put him above Sartaj.
Yeah, I would. Because, you know, he's done very exceptionally well, and he's kept his feet on the ground. That's the important thing.
Right, I'm going to cut that.
Cut, and let's see how it came out.